Hello, my dear students. So today I'm going to start the next topic of our chapter number 2, basic concepts of economics. So next topic we have consumption. Consumption. Okay. So what do you mean by the term consumption? Consumption means act of. It is defined as act of consuming or using goods and services to satisfy our wants. Okay, what is consumption? The act of using or consuming goods and services to satisfy our wants. So that is called consumption. Now consumption does not only includes eatable items. Whenever we are using anything, and if that things, it may be goods or services, if that are giving us more satisfaction or that are satisfying our wants, so that process can be considered as a consumption. Okay, so while consuming various goods and services, we can say that eatable item, eatables. Okay, when we consume these eatable items, whatever maybe, whatever food items, maybe chips, maybe snacks, maybe food items. Okay, so these eatable items are also giving us satisfaction. Similarly, when we use clothes, okay, book, pen, pencil, so that items also gives, some level of satisfaction. Similarly, when we use various types of services, maybe transport services, maybe banking services, so that transport, when our work is done, we will be satisfied, we will be more satisfied. So when any kind of services provided by any a department, whether it is transport department or banking department, from there also we'll get some level of satisfaction. So the act of consuming or using any type of goods and services to satisfy our wants is called consumption. Okay, so some items are there that can be consumed once, and after consuming once will not be able to reuse that or consume again and again. Okay, some items are there that cannot be consumed or that cannot be used again and again. I'll give you example. Food item. Okay, food items once we consume that food items, next time we will not be able to use the same items again. Okay, so here food items can be consumed only once means, suppose say I am talking about one biscuit packets. So if I consume that biscuit packet, next time I have to buy another one. Same packets I won't be able to reuse. Okay, because once I consume that items will, or that quantity, or we can say that that particular item will finish, and next time I have to go for another one. Suppose say if your parents or maybe mom is serving you a plate of rice, once you consume that plate of rice, next time you won't be able to use that same plate of rice whatever you have already consumed. So what you have to do, that in order to consume another plate of rice, you have to wait, first you have to cook, and after that only you will be able to use. But some items are there that, okay, that items can be used again and again, like TV set we can use again and again. Furnitures we can use again and again. Even this blackboard I can be using again and again. So these all are the items that can be used again and again. And some items are there, once you consume, once you use, next time you won't be able to use the same. Okay, you have to go for another one. Okay, next topic we have sustainable consumption. So sustainable consumption means the consumption or act of using goods and services to satisfy our present needs without hampering the future generation or without hampering our environment. So whatever the goods and services we will consume, we have to consume in such a way that it will meets our present needs and improve our quality of life without hampering the future generation as well as our environment. Now here I will give you few examples. Suppose say we are talking about water. Okay, water is one of the resources. So when we are consuming any resources, we have to consume that resources in such a way that it will meet our present needs and also improve our quality of life without hampering the future generation. So whatever the water I am using today, okay, that should be used in such a way that we should not pollute that water, we should not overuse or we should not waste that water, so that our future generation or the coming generation as well as our environment will suffer. Okay, so it is about the sustainable consumption. Any resources, it may be water, it may be forest, we have to use in such a way that it will meet our present needs as well as it can be also preserved for our future generation without hampering our environment. So that is the concept of sustainable consumption. It can be any resources, it may be food items, so we should not waste food items, okay, in such a way that it will hamper our future generation. Even it may be applicable in the case of that fuel, okay, petroleum. So we have to use in such a way that it will not hamper our future generation, it will also meet the future generation. So that concept is your sustainable consumption. Okay, next topic we have significance of consumption. Why consumption is important? Okay, significant means importance. Okay, importance of consumption. So consumption is important for all economic activities. We know that all the productive activities like production, okay, distribution and exchange of resources arises due to consumption. Okay, this production, exchange, okay, distribution of resources arises due to consumption. The meaning is that if there would not have any consumption, the production activity would not have takes place. Okay, so production is taking place due to consumption. Okay, so due to this consumption, the various economic activities, production, exchange of resources, distribution of resources, etc. are arising. Okay, so that's why the consumption is important. Consumption is important for all economic activities motive. Okay, and because of this consumption, production, exchange and other activities will takes place in an economy. Now second one, okay, the consumption is the end purpose of all economic activities. End purpose, you have to understand this. End purpose, this is the second point. Now whatever the activities, economic activities takes place, finally we have to consume that, we have to use that. Okay, so for our use only, for our consumption only, all the economic activities taking place, that's why it is called end purpose. Okay, end purpose, consumption is the end purpose of all economic activities, means production is taking place because in future or maybe in present day we are going to consume, we are going to use that items, we are going to use that commodity, that's why the production is taking place. Even exchange, distribution of resources is taking place because today or maybe in future we are going to consume, we are going to use that resources. That's why it is called end purpose of all economic activities. Consumption is the end purpose of all economic activities. Now third point we have, consumption is the index of standard of living. Okay, this consumption is the index means indicator or the parameter to determine or to measure, okay, parameters to measure the standard of living. So when the consumption increases, okay, it may be any particular family or maybe a country, entire country as a whole. So we can say that when the consumption increases, it implies that the standard of living is improving. Okay, so because of that, improving standard of living or consumption, okay, consumption of various types of food items, clothings, maybe other durable goods, etc. will increase. So that determine our standard of living, and we can say that yes, once the consumption is increasing means yes, the standard of living of people is improving or increasing. Now next one we have, consumption is the basis of economic welfare. Consumption is the basis of economic welfare. Point number 4, we have economic welfare. Basis of economic welfare. Consumption is the basis of economic welfare. The meaning is that we have also done in the first chapter welfare definition of economy. So when we consume, okay, or when we use more goods and services, our satisfaction level will improve, and that satisfaction will be measured in the terms of economic welfare. So here also, when the consumption, okay, consumption is more, consumption of any item, consumption of any items, maybe food items, maybe clothings, maybe other facilities like service, transport services, communication services, banking services, etc. All, everything will be included in this consumption. So when the consumption of goods and commodity or any kind of services increases, that will increase our level of satisfaction, and that the level of satisfaction is measured in the terms of economic welfare. So when consumption increases, the level of satisfaction will increase, and that level of satisfaction will be measured in the terms of economic welfare. So when the level of satisfaction is increasing due to consumption, we can say that the economic welfare, the country's economic welfare is improving. So these all are the significance of consumption. Now here I would like to add one more point, like consumption also creates more employment in an economy. So consumption creates more employment in an economy. So I will explain you this concept, how this consumption. So when consumption increases, okay, when consumption increases, the aggregate demand or the total demand in an economy will increase. So we can say that aggregate demand will increase. Now when aggregate demand increases, obviously what will also increase? Production will also increases. Okay, once again listen, when consumption increases, obviously the aggregate demand in an economy increases, and when aggregate demand increases, the production has to increase. Now in order to produce more amount, what is needed? More factors of production should be used. So in order to produce more factor of production is to be used. Okay, and when we are using more factors of production, more labor is being used. So when we are using more workers, when we are using more workers, the employment opportunity will create. So employment will be generated in an economy. So we can say that the consumption creates more employment opportunities in an economy. Once again, when consumption increases, what will happen? Aggregate demand will increase, and when aggregate demand increases, obviously the production has to increase. So production will increase. Now in order to increase the production, they have to use more amount of factors of production, and among various factors of production, one of the important factors of production is labor. So when they are using more factors of production, means more labor is also used. So when they are using more amount of labor, means that is creating more employment opportunity in an economy. So consumption creates more employment opportunity. This is also one of the important significant of consumption.